All right. We're just going off the rails totally in this episode.
As we should.
Next article is from securitymagazine.com. The new strategic direction for CMMC 2.0 is announced. And this is a term I had not heard until just recently for the first time, CMMC. But is this something that is pretty well known in the security world?
It's been around a while. Daniel, do you know when it came out? It's
I have
years.
no idea when it came out. No.
Yeah, it's been around a while. So CMMC, or the Cybersecurity Maturity Model Certification, is a U.S. government initiative. And what they're trying to do is make sure that contractors that they work with meet minimum security requirements. And this is designed for companies that really do software as a service. So you have a software platform or an application that you're selling to the government to use, and they want to make sure that you're following industry best practices. Well, industry best practices aren't well defined. And so they created the CMMC, the maturity model, to be able to measure where a company was in terms of their maturity, and not like our immaturity, but like your cybersecurity stance. So, there we go.
Yeah. So we failed, by the way, just then.
Yeah, when you go to a government website, it's just fart noises.
Then you know we were there. So they created 5 tiers basically, and you could be CMMC tier or level 1, 2, and up. And then this was all designed not for like secret information. It was controlled but unclassified information. So just sensitive data, not secret data. Well, the model's needlessly complex. There's a lot of hoops to jump through. It's difficult to define it. And so they've announced CMMC version 2, which is designed to be far more simple. It's reduced down to 3 tiers. The first tier, you can do self-attestation. Why do I have such a hard time saying that word? Self-attestment. There we go. And so self-attestation. Damn it. Attestation. I thought I was going to get it that time. But we're
give him a fart noise. He likes those. Gets him on
you can
game.
audit yourself. There we go. So you can audit yourself and then say, I attest that we meet these requirements, and I mean, we're good. But then when you get to the tier 2 or tier 3, you actually have to go through some actual rigor. You actually have to have an audit done and all that.
Tier 2 is where you switch papers with your neighbor, and they grade your paper, and you grade theirs.
Yeah,
very similar.
And when you said you go through rigor, I just see us all getting stiff.
I almost made that joke, but I held back because some people could take that the wrong way. Some people get really excited about security. Now, another nice thing about this is they decided just to follow the NIST standards instead of defining a whole separate set, which is what they did in version 1. So if you do work for the government, or if you're for a private company but you sell to the government, this is going to be really important, because in a few years, probably in about 3 years, this will become a requirement for organizations that sell to the government. You will need to be at least tier 1 on the model. So version 2 is simpler, makes it easy to hit those goals. Not really any excuses now to just not get in there and do it.
It is kind of funny when you read through different regulations and standards and things, and they do tend to be a bit ambiguous about certain things that you would think they would be more detailed about.
Like self-attestation.
Which you
nice
said
work.
correctly. Good for you. I told you, the fart noise gets him right on his game every time. So it's odd. Like I think first thing comes to my head is PCI, right? In PCI, they talk about doing a network vulnerability assessment to make sure that it's not a flat network, that there is segmentation, and can you reach into other areas. But how you do that is not described, and that can I ping? And if you can't ping from one network to the other, cool, you win. You've checked the box, and you are secure. Right.
Yeah.
Like, so weird that they would leave that a little ambiguous and not be more distinctive, make it really easy to follow, give me something I can sink my teeth into so that we can do this.
Yeah, and this is just more of, they recognize how dangerous it is out there. These attacks are happening unchecked, and we just need to make sure that everybody's doing their due diligence, and this is a part of it. If you enjoyed that segment, be sure to check out our entire podcast, available in the playlist right here. And you can always subscribe to stay up to date with the latest tech news and other happenings in the IT world. Be sure to tune in every Thursday for new episodes. I hope to see you there.